That's exactly what we want him to do. I just blew that shot. Hey guys, welcome back to Whitetail Affinity. It's November 29th. Heading back to the spot where I killed my buck earlier this year in bow season, in early October. I haven't been back here since then. It's a pretty perfect day. It's calm. Got a good wind for this spot. It's snowing. We got a snowstorm that's supposed to be hitting tonight. It's coming down a little bit right now. So I think the deer are going to be moving tonight. I think they're going to be coming in to this peninsula out here, hitting these acorns, and hopefully I'm going to be sitting there waiting for them. I don't care what comes out tonight, as long as it's not a fawn. I'm shooting it. The rut's kind of pretty much over. I know we got a little second rut coming up. So if a buck comes out that I can shoot, I can only shoot one with 4 on one side or more. So if he steps out, cool. If not, big doe comes out, I'm laying it to her. I need to get some more meat in the freezer. It's still pretty low. Anyway, not sure what that siren's about, but yeah, I'll make my way back here. It's about 2 o'clock. It's like 30 degrees. It's chilly. Kind of a mess today. Forgot my microphone up in the car, but we'll see what happens. It's been pretty fruitless last few times I've been out. Kind of been a rough year. It's been a weird year. Let me know what you guys have been seeing, if it's been weird for you too. It just seems like the deer movement has been very slow. But we're still at it. This is the second to the last day of rifle season here in Michigan. Tomorrow's the last day. We've got like a 5-day break between rifle and basically the second rifle season, which is muzzleloader. But you can use any legal rifle, any legal round for normal rifle season during muzzleloader. Anyway, making my way back here. I'm gonna get back here, get quiet, pick a spot, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, I'm out here and all set up. I'm sitting on the ground tonight. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So right over in there is the tree down this hill, and down over in there is the tree that I killed that buck out of in October. Most of the deer movement comes from the perimeters, so all out here, and all back behind me from out here. So I'm sitting on the top of this little ridge. The ridge, it drops down back here, and you can see all these oaks up here. It's like a big oak flat that is a perfect little spot that they come into. There's tons of acorns down. I saw us coming in here, tons of acorns still. But really this whole spot is just really good. They just come from every direction. They bat all the way around the perimeter of this thing. The wind is another story. Every weather app that I looked at was saying south, switching to southeast wind. And almost the entire time that I've been out here, I've had a northeast wind. So it's not terrible. An east wind is perfect for this spot. So if I could get it to come right out of the east, that'd be the best. But my problem with northeast is a lot of the deer come out of that right there. And that's northeast, right, blowing like that. So if I can get it to blow straight this way, back towards the main woods and this cattail marsh, that would be best. But we're in here now, so never know. could see a lot of buck sign coming back here that wasn't here when I was in here in October. There is a pop-up. There is a pop-up there that was not here during October, so I'm assuming probably for gun season somebody came in and set that up. So there was somebody back here, but there's lots of acorns. This is secluded. It's out here ways. It's pretty quiet. We got some snow coming down. There's a big storm coming, so I think we should see some deer tonight. Anyway, the reason I didn't get up in a tree is because, honestly, I just didn't want to make all that noise, and it's dead silent. I mean, I walked. It took me almost an hour to get out here. So yeah, I didn't want to climb a tree. I've got a gun. Honestly, I can see further on the ground on this little hill here. I can see further through the woods than if I were to get up in a tree out here. So that's why I chose to be on the ground. It's a beautiful night in the Whitetail Woods, guys. So hang with me and let's see what we see tonight, all right? Guys, that was a cold hunt right there, but I saw some deer. Saw 5 deer total. About 4:30, I had a spike come out in front of me. He was out through the brush, through the woods, probably 75 to 100 yards, and he worked away from me. I was looking at him through my scope, and he was so far away and so thick over there that it wasn't even worth trying to film, so I didn't. But he only had one side of his rack, a little spike. And then at about 5 o'clock, I had 4 does come in directly downwind of me to my right. By the time I got the camera swung over there and got ready for a shot, they had already smelled me and bolted. The wind was absolutely horrendous tonight. It was supposed to be out of the south-southeast. That was my plan. That was every weather app that I looked at said south-southeast. So that was how I set up. And once I got out there, I could feel the wind slowly shifting from the east to the north, and then at some points it was directly out of the north, and that did not help my cause at all. If that wind would have been out of the southeast, I probably would have killed one of those does there. They were probably 60, 70 yards away when I seen them. But anyway, it was still a good hunt. I mean, I saw some deer finally. It's been 8 days since I've seen any deer on the hoof while hunting, and since I killed that last doe up at my grandpa's, and that actually makes it 9 deer total that I've seen this rifle season. Since the 15th of November, I've seen 9 deer total. So it's just been a crazy year as far as deer sightings go. I mean, I know it happens every year, but it seems like the spots that I normally hunt that are usually hot spots, when rifles start going off, just have been dead. So it was really good to see something tonight, and kind of feel like I still know what I'm doing a little bit. So let me know what you guys have been seeing. Has it been dead for you too? Has this been a weird year? I mean, it just seems like not only me, but a lot of people that I'm seeing posting and talking to people, it just seems like a weird kind of year where the deer are just, it's like they're gone. And like I said before, I know it happens in every rifle season. It happens to some extent, but this year it just seems to be really bad. So anyway, it was good to see those deer. If you guys can, I'll be going back to that spot. If you guys can find a spot like that spot, I have never sat there and not seen deer. I have never once hunted that spot and not seen something. So if you guys can find a spot like that, not only, I love that spot not only because of the location of it, but also just the sheer number of deer that are in and around that cattail marsh.
that come into that peninsula out of that marsh, and it's an awesome spot to go to. So if you guys can get a spot like that where you can access it somewhat relatively easily, but it's still out there, that spot for me is like a 3/4 of a mile walk from the car. And you gotta, it gets real narrow on the one main access to it. It's real narrow, just a short, small little section of dry ground between that cattail marsh to get out there. But them deer know it. They know that that's a safe spot out there. There's food out there, a lot of oak trees, a lot of acorns. The cover is super close, so, kind of like those deer tonight, they come out of the brush, and I caught something out of the corner of my eye. I looked over, I saw them standing there, and I was trying to get stuff swung over, but by the time I had done that, they'd already smelled me, and they turned around and they went right back into that thick stuff. So they know it's safe. They know that there's food there, there's cover, everything that they need is there. So if you guys can find something like that, it doesn't have to be a peninsula. It could be a finger out into a marsh. It could be a ridge that butts up to a cattail marsh or a thick swamp, something like that. Something where the deer feel safe coming out of cover and into the woods, but it's not the main big woods, if that makes sense. I'll link down in the description below the hunt where I shot the buck that I shot there in bow season this year. And I will I'll also link the scouting trip that I did in there as well, so you guys can kind of get a bigger picture of that spot, so that you can have something to look for in your own area. But man, the location and the number of deer there is like a go-to for me. So I always, especially like if I'm not seeing deer in other spots, I gravitate back to that spot because I know I'm going to see something, especially when I'm trying to get some venison in the freezer. It's just a great spot to see deer. That being said, tomorrow's the last day of rifle season. We've got this snowstorm coming. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It depends on the wind. I may go back to that spot, but odds are I probably won't. I'll probably let that spot cool off. We've got a 5-day break between rifle and muzzleloader. So I think I'm probably going to let that spot cool back off. Let the snow and water, whatever comes down here in the next week or so, wash away any of my traces of being in there. And I might hit it back in there again and try to go for it again. Depending on the wind, I might adjust my setup a little bit. Knowing what I know now, I would have set up basically right where I hunted the tree that I usually hunt in there during bow season. But I just like being on top of that little hill because I can see down in there. It seems like when you get up in the tree, in that spot at least, the canopy is so thick that you just can't see as far. I mean, it's just the way that the hills are in there, just the little knolls the way it's all laid out. If you get up on that little knoll there, that little top of that little ridge, I can see down through them woods about 100 yards almost in every direction. So I might adjust though, depending on the wind, and I might sit back towards the skinny part of that peninsula that I come in on and try to catch the deer coming out of there instead of being right in the middle of it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. As always, enough of my rambling. I hope you guys are having a great season. Let me know, are you guys muzzleloader hunting this year? What's your plan for late season? The rut's pretty much over. Like I said, we're going to be into the second rut here in probably a week or so. But basically, I'm betting on food now. I'm going back to my early season strategy, focusing on food, close to bedding, close to thick stuff, and trying to hit those preferred foods, late season food sources. So what's your guys' plans? I want to hear it. Let me know. As always, I really appreciate you guys being here. If you like this, if you got anything from it, let me know and comment down below and like and subscribe before you go. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next video.